Today I bring you a very powerful stone. It is a stone that is actually quite rare. It comes from Madagascar. It is a stone that it enhances your spirituality, it deepens it. It is a stone that if you work with it long enough, it can take you to the 8th dimension where you get access to the Akashic records. It is called Liddicoatite Tourmaline. It is a type of tourmaline, but what makes it so special is how it comes in the colors, the structure of it. And I will leave a few pictures here okay, so you can have an idea of the different types of Liddicoatite Tourmaline. But what really makes it so difficult for you to obtain, even for me, because I actually found this one when I went to the Denver Gem Show, it is because of the mining process. Most people who have tried to mine the crystal usually get robbed, okay? So it is a problem, it continues to be a problem. So it makes the crystal quite special, quite rare. And number one, let's talk about Madagascar for a moment. It provides some of the purest stones in the world. So the quality of these stones, it is very hard to match them, okay? So for this one, Madagascar, when you talk about the land itself, they really focus on ancient traditions and their ancestors. So that means that all the crystals will have a little bit of a very deep rooted civilization of them. A lot of people used to say, or they still say, it really depends what you believe in, that Lemurian was part of Madagascar, so it still has that energy in them. So consider yourself lucky if you ever get the chance to hold one or even have one as part of your collection. But now let's talk about the benefits. How does it help you physically and spiritually? So Liddicoatite Tourmaline, it has two scientific properties. The first one, it has piezoelectricity and pyroelectricity. So the first one is the fact that if you apply enough pressure, it creates a charge, and if you apply heat or cold, it also creates a charge. So what does that do on a spiritual level? Automatically, when we look at this concept, that means that when our body is generating heat and it is combined with this crystal, it creates a charge, right? And then this charge, it benefits us because it would enhance our aura, it would charge our aura, and by doing so, it would clear out any blockages that we have in our chakras. It will also enhance your spiritual connection to the divine. Like I said before, this is the perfect crystal for you to connect if you're doing meditation, if you're going through very deep spiritual journeys, if you're doing ayahuasca, or the many things that people do to enhance the journey. This crystal is for that. Some of the scientific benefits, it releases negative ions, which can neutralize toxins, reduce stress, and improve your mood. And it also absorbs and emits energy. This is a process that is used in many therapies for circulation, a detox, and for pain relief. So now let's talk about the third eye and the crown chakra, because this is where the crystal can really work its magic. So when we're talking about the third eye, this is the all-seeing eye. This is the eye that will finally let you see how the world is. It lets you know your reality. It finally lets you understand why things work a certain way. It finally gives you the whole picture of why it's so important to connect to Mother Earth, because we're all connected. But now, if you have that block, that means that you don't know the connection between Mother Earth and yourself. You may feel that you're above Mother Earth. You might feel that this world, there's actually, how do I explain this without sounding a little bit crazy, right? When you are talking about the third eye, it's actually very hard not to sound crazy to a lot of people. So bear with me. The third eye will give you a new reality, a reality that some people may go a little bit crazy in, because once you wake up, this is a stage of you waking up, you start to realize that a lot of the things are not real. You start to realize how much we are connected. You start to see the patterns in life, and then some people question themselves why they're even here if everything is kind of figured out for them. But we always have free will, and always remember that, and things can change along the way. But the beauty of being awakening and the beauty of having the third eye enhanced is the fact that you finally feel that you're part of something. You finally feel that you're not alone, that maybe what you're going through is not just you, maybe the world is also going through it, and in that way we're kind of going through it together, right? And then that leads you to your crown chakra, which this crystal is great for. When you're talking about the crown chakra, now we're talking about the divine, the connection to God, whoever you believe in, okay? The connection to Jesus, if that's who you believe in. Here, I'm not judging, I'm not saying anything, just whoever you believe in, whoever created you in your world, that is the connection. That is where it is enhanced. And then we keep going up there. And that's why I said you can even reach the Akashic records. This is a practice that you can work towards. But when you are at this level, so people call it like a library, and in this library, right, you get to see the many parts of you, the many scenarios that could have happened, should have happened, or has happened from your past, future, and present. And what a beautiful way to learn about yourself and where you're going or where you have been by learning where you are right now, or by actually studying this information that is being provided through you and for you with this crystal. So like everything else, how do you use it? How do you use the crystal? The first thing is that remember that when you are going through your spiritual awakening, it is so important to continue the practice, because it will not happen overnight. Of course, your environment, it does matter, but the first thing that I would say is, hey, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, I would suggest putting it under your pillow and see what happens. At first, you might have vivid dreams. At first, you might not even sleep, to be honest. But you will eventually learn what is a dream, or what is a warning, or what is an advice, or what could even be the future that has been presented through your dreams. You can also put this in your altar if you have one. Very important if you're going through your spiritual journey. Create an altar, because there will be times that you will get signs, and if you don't anchor that energy somewhere in your life, it will actually bother you. This has happened to me. I get a lot of migraines and I don't sleep at night because before I didn't have an altar. I don't have space for it, and I felt that having an altar was just too much, and it was just like overwhelmed me. And then eventually I understood that an altar doesn't have to be that big. An altar could just be a space that is set for that particular intention. Okay, so if you're someone that is constantly trying to find answers where you are, or where you will be, or why things just don't make sense for you, or where you're going, what is your purpose, or maybe you're someone who is constantly feeling disconnected with the world. Maybe you feel like you don't belong, and please, this is coming from me to you. You do belong. You're worth it. Every single part of you is worth it. And I say this because I've lost a lot of people for thinking that way. You're worth it. This life is worth it, and the best way that you would know that for yourself is for you to go through the process, go through the work. It's not going to be easy, and why not have an ally that can help you through that journey, through those obstacles that will come, because life, it is all about obstacles. So if this sounds like you, I will leave a link down below. Remember, I only have one. I don't know where I'm going to find it again, and I look for you to use this crystal to see how it works and what are the insights that you gain from it. Okay, so until next time, bye.